chop, build trees, make the coolest wooden everything in forestry.
And today we're diving into a quick start tutorial for forestry. We'll explain everything you need to know if you want to get started quickly and pick up the details and icons as you go along in 15 minutes or less.
And hi everyone, it's Stella.
And Tarrant, welcome to Meeple University.
And hey, if you enjoyed this video after watching, like, subscribe and comments. You know what to do. Right, now let's get to the classroom.
In forestry, players are competing foresting companies, trying to score as many points as they can as rewards for sustainable foresting, and through manufacturing and meeting contracts for wooden products. This is the main board, and it's broken into two main parts: the forest, where the wood is produced, and the sawmills, where it's processed. You'll need to be a master of both to win the game. The standard game plays in 10 rounds. To begin each, flip a round token and resolve it for all players. Then each player takes one turn from the round in clockwise order. First player never changes. You begin each turn with action points based on your position on the development track. Then spend those action points to take actions from this menu in any combination. These dots are the action point costs of your actions. The 6 orange actions are harvester actions, and you'll take those in the forest in the location of your harvester. There are single and double size locations, but they're functionally identical. The green actions are sawmill actions, and you'll take those anywhere in the sawmill complex containing your sawmill manager. Be aware that the forest and sawmills are split in 3 by the rivers, and their 3 different colours are referenced in some game components. These blue actions are free actions. They do not cost action points to take, and you can take them each turn up to the number of times shown below the action. There's a lot of parts to your player board in this game.
Phew! Now let's take a moment to learn some of the basics.
There are 3 types of resources: workers, building materials, and seedlings. And do note, your seedlings won't look like this. Ours have been misplaced, and so we've borrowed these from another game. This cube icon is the resource of your choice. There's also coins. At any time, you can spend a resource as if it were a coin, but no other substitutions are allowed. Resource costs have this icon, so this would be a cost, while this is an action plus a coin gained. This green icon represents victory points gained immediately. This red one is points at game's end. When you gain star points, advance your marker on this wheel, and when you reach or pass the top space, either gain 3 points, or gain one of the 2 resources from the centre of the wheel not currently covered by the cube. Then cover what you chose. This particular benefit is the way you advance on your development track. When this enters a cog, or when you gain a cog from elsewhere, mark and gain one of your 8 technologies. These 4 are ongoing passive effects, these 4 are immediate. When you advance the track to a new number, gain an action point immediately, and it increases your starting action points on future rounds. At most twice per round, you can buy an extra action point at a cost of 4 coins per action point. These are once off and don't carry forward to future rounds. At the top of your board are storage slots for the different types of wood. You begin with room for 2, and if you gain above capacity, you must discard down to make space. As a free action, you can increase your storage, pay the cost on the leftmost tile, gain its reward, and remove it. And that's all of the background context.
Now, let's have a look at what your harvesters can do.
First is Move Harvester. Move up to 2 spaces, whether small or large, around the board. Each time you cross the river, pay 1 coin. You can move through another player's harvester, but cannot end your move on the same space. Second is Harvest Wood. In a location with its harvest token colour side up, pay 1 or 2 action points based on the token, gain the star points shown, gain the matching wood to your storage, either 1 or 2 tokens, and then flip the token black side up. Third is reforest. You take this where the harvest token is black side up. Pay 1 or 2 action points depending on the tile, and plant the depicted seedlings by moving them from your supply top to bottom into the column matching the space where you're taking the action. Gain the stars you cover, gain the reward for any row you fill, and if there's any spillover, move them here and score 2 points immediately. Gain the harvest token star points if any, and flip it colour side up. This harvest reforest cycle is central to the economy of the game. Just be aware that from the round markers, once per wood type per game, non-player loggers will harvest one of the tokens, choosing left to right from this priority order in the rulebook. The fourth action is tend the forest. Do this in a location with a forester token, a painting, den support or thinning. Take the token, add it top to bottom to a column in this grid, gain the reward you cover, and if you fill a row, gain the reward of that row as well. Each token in a column must be the same, but each column does not have to be different. If a token has no legal space, it goes to spillover and gains 2 points. Outside of this action, this icon lets you gain the forester of your choice from the supply. At game's end, there are points on offer for having the most foresters between your grid and spillover. At the end of any turn, when you take a forester from the board, draw a spawn card to replace it with a new one of the same type. If you draw a number which contains a forester or a harvester, then move to the next numbers up until you find a space with neither. Fifth is build a water structure, and you can do this when adjacent to a water structure token. Choose your meander or bridge and pay its cost. Then swap that token for the one on the board. This has 2 implications. The first is that it gives you a scoring objective. Each time you gain one of these icons on your player board, you advance this cube 1 space. And at game's end, you'll score this many points for the times you've met this objective. Here, for example, 2 points per pair of forester tokens. It also changes the board for everybody. Players can now cross bridges without having to pay a coin, while a player who crosses a meander still pays 1 coin, but gains 1 seedling, to a maximum of 1 seedling per meander per harvester movement action. This movement would gain only 1. Lastly, you can construct a forest building. Take this in a location adjacent to a clearing token. Pay a worker and a stone, take your leftmost building, add it to the clearing, gain the reward on the clearing token and discard it. This is one of 2 ways to clear these discs, and you'll gain points based on how many you clear. And those were the 6 harvester actions.
And what can you do in the Sawmill, Tarrant?
First is to move your Sawmill manager. Move from your current headquarters to any other. Upon arrival, count the total managers present and gain a single reward with number equal or higher than that number of managers. This could result in no reward. Second is use a building. Pick 1 building from your Sawmill complex and resolve its action in the light box. These 3 simply grant you resources. These 3 let you process wood by planing, drying or pickling. Gain 1 token of the relevant type and place it below a wood token you already have in storage. You cannot save these up for later. This adjustment token is forever linked with that wood. If you ever discard or replace it, the adjustment is lost as well. With the contract action, gain one of the 2 contracts from your Sawmill, replacing it from the deck, and keep it by your board for later completion. As a free action any number of times, you may pay a coin to discard the contracts from your Sawmill and refresh your choices. With this action, gain a task. Add to your hand either the top task card or the face-up one, replenishing it. Tasks have two functions. As a free action once per turn, you can discard one to resolve the effect at the top of the card, or you can hang on to them until the end of the game. You'll try to gain the icons shown at the bottoms of the cards, and will score points based on how many tasks you complete. The other Sawmill actions are to buy the wood of your choice, or to swap one stored wood for another. Thirdly, you can upgrade a Sawmill building. Pick one of the three, pay its upgrade cost, flip the tile over. Its action is now more powerful for everybody. Take your leftmost building token, place it on the building, and immediately resolve its new upgraded effect. From now on, you gain this printed coin each time an opponent uses your upgraded building. In the two-player game only, you also gain this coin when you use it yourself. The final action is fulfill a contract. And it doesn't matter where you are, you can always complete any one contract you've collected. Spend exactly the wood and processing combination on the contract, gain the rewards down the right-hand side, and slot the card under your player board to collect this icon for endgame scoring. For a two-part contract, you have the choice to complete either the top half or both halves, gaining only the rewards for the halves you complete. You may never complete the bottom half alone, only the top half or both.
Let's see what gets you point at the end of the game.
After 10 rounds, the game is over. To the points you've gained, add all of the endgame scoring. Score the points from the rightmost building you've cleared. For each water structure, score its matched icons multiplied by the multiplier. The player with the most, secondmost and thirdmost forester tokens, including in spillover, gains 10, 6 or 2 points. If tied, add up the points and share them. Then reveal and check tasks. Each task where you can assign the item on the task to that card is complete, with each item allowed to apply to only one task. Count the completed tasks and score the count based on this table. For completed contracts with 2 icons, you must choose one of those icons which applies to all scoring. That means this contract can't score both this structure and this task. Combine and cash in leftover coins, resources and incomplete tasks for 1 point per 3, and score 1 point per leftover wood. The player with the highest score wins, and if tied, the tiebreakers are most planted seedlings, then most completed contracts, then most completed tasks. There are a couple of variants. In the tutorial mode, don't use the tech overlay, and each time you gain a tech, choose one of these immediate bonuses. You can play the advanced game, where players will have individual player powers, which include these special components, each unique to one of the players. Play the advanced game over 9 rounds. There's also a solo mode in which you try to beat this guy.
Thanks for watching, and if you like this video, maybe you'd like to watch this next one too. Have a great day, bye!